So today we are going to discussing about vertical circular motion. What do we understand by vertical circular motion? Take a heavy point mass to which one end of the string is attached, another end of the string we hold in our hand. Okay, revolve it in vertical form. The motion performed by the object is called as vertical circular motion. In vertical circular motion, what happens about the tensions generated by the object on the string? What are its velocities that we discuss? Let us consider. Let us consider that here the object is performing vertical circular motion. The object which is at the top, it has certain velocity v1. The object which is at the bottom, b, having certain velocity v2. The object which is comes at the midpoint, represented by the factor c, having certain velocity v3. O be the center of an object. Whenever the object is at the top, at that time, what happens about the tensions? Whenever the object is at the top, the tension T1 acting vertically downward. It's a weight, the weight of an object. It is also acting vertically downward. While performing vertical circular motion, whenever the object is at the top, tension acting vertically downward. Its weight mg also vertically downward. When they are performing vertical circular motion, that means both the objects, both the things, that is tension T1, its weight mg, both are acting vertically downward while performing vertical circular motion. For circular motion, centripetal force is required, that is equal to m v square upon r. But for the first, at the top position, it has velocity v1. So v1 square, equation number first. Okay. So we can name it as, this is the general formula for tension of an object which is at the top position. Okay. How it comes? Whenever the object is at the top, its tension T1, its a weight mg, both are acting vertically downward, T1 plus mg. And while performing vertical circular motion, and for vertical circular motion, centripetal force is required. Okay. Number second point. Let us consider about the object which is at the bottom, represented by the factor b, having certain velocity v2. What do we say about the object which is at the bottom? Whenever the object is at the bottom, the tension is acting vertically downward. The tension is acting vertically upward. Sorry. Whenever the object is at the bottom, its tension is acting vertically upwards. T2. But what about its weight? But the weight of an object is still acting vertically downward. That's why T2 minus mg, performing vertical circular motion. And for circular motion, centripetal force is required. That is once again mv square upon r. For the bottom, it is having velocity v2, mv2 square by r. Equation number 7. This is the general formula for tension of an object at the bottom or at the lowest condition. You got the idea? Now, what about their velocities? Let us consider. Velocities of an object, or velocity of an object at highest position. Let us consider the velocity of an object first of all at highest position, that is at point A. At point A, the velocity of an object is minimum. When we revolve the object in vertical form, when it is at the top, the object have minimum velocity. Okay, but before the top position, what happens about the string? About this string, what happens about the string? The string slacks out. That's why the tension vanishes. It means we can write the tension vanishes at the top. 0 plus mg is equal to mv1 square upon r. We can write how? Whenever the object is at the top, it has minimum velocity. Okay, but before the top position, what happens about the tension? The tension before top, it vanishes. That's why 0 plus mg is equal to mv1 square by r. M here mg is equal to mv1 square by r. In this way, mm gets cancelled. What means g is equal to v1 square upon r. Taking cross product, v1 square is equal to rg, or v1 is equal to rg. This is the general formula for velocity of an object at the highest or at the top position. Watch it here. Very simple. Okay? Have you got the idea? Now, we will discuss about the velocity of an object which is at lowest position. Now what happens in lowest position? See here carefully. In lowest position, that is coming from top to bottom. At the top, it has certain potential energy, mgr. Moving to downward side, minus. At the bottom, it has certain potential energy, but in a moving form, that's why from bottom to again it moves to the top position. That's why mgr minus of minus mgr, that is equal to twice mgr, and this is nothing but called as the potential energy of an object. Okay, once again, what about the velocity at the bottom? Before bottom, the object is coming from top. It have certain potential energy, mgr. Moving to downward side, minus. When it reaches to the bottom, at the bottom, the potential energy of the object is minus mgr. So mgr minus of minus mgr twice mgr. What about its kinetic energy? Moving from A to B, kinetic energy 1/2 m v square. From top to bottom, 1/2 m v2 square minus 1/2 m v1 square. This is nothing but kinetic energy of an object. But it is said that kinetic energy, or it is said that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it remains conserved, it remains constant. So by using law of conservation of energy, by the law of conservation of energy, what we can write, that is twice mgr is nothing but equal to 1/2 m v2 square minus 1/2 m v1 square, equating potential and kinetic. Here at the bottom, here at the bottom, nothing is there, 1. So for leveling, multiplied by 2 to the denominator, multiplied by 2 to the numerator, it becomes 4 mgr upon 2 is equal to 1/2 m v2 square minus 1/2 m v1 square. 2 of both sides gets cancelled. Mm also gets cancelled. What remains? Here 4gr is equal to v2 square minus v1 square. But just we have calculated the value of v1, that is v1 is nothing but under root rg. Put the value here, it becomes 4gr is equal to P2 square minus only Rg. Why? Because under root Rg square it becomes only Rg. So this 4gr minus gr comes here. It becomes that 4Rg plus Rg is equal to V2 square. 4Rg comes here minus Rg, it becomes plus. So 4Rg plus Rg, it becomes 5Rg is equal to V2 square, or V2 is equal to under root 5Rg in this. This is the general formula for velocity of an object at the bottom or at the lowest condition. How it takes place? First of all, potential energy of an object at the top, coming from top to bottom, mgr minus of minus mgr twice mgr. Coming from top to bottom, obviously it has certain kinetic energy, 1 half m v2 square minus 1 half m v1 square. Okay. By using law of conservation of energy, equating both the above equations, multiplied by 2 for balancing, finally we get V2 is equal to under root Rg. Watch it carefully. Okay. So this is about velocity of an object at the lowest position. Now, let us consider about the velocity of an object at the midpoint. Velocity of an object at the midpoint, that is at point C. How it will come at point C? From bottom to top. At the bottom, it has certain potential, certain kinetic energy, certain potential energy at the bottom. From bottom, it is moving to midpoint. At midpoint, it also has certain kinetic energy plus certain potential energy. Okay. It is in moving condition, that's why kinetic energy and potential. What is the kinetic energy at the lowest position? 1/2 mv2 square plus what is the potential energy? It is not remains static here. It is not constant. It is moving. So potential energy is here. Zero. Where it is moving? It is moving to center point C. Have certain kinetic energy. 1/2 m v3 square. Okay. It is coming at point C. At point C, center, midpoint. It has certain potential energy. mgr. So what we can write here? 1/2 m v2 square. Just we have calculated the value of v2. That is under 5 Rg. v2 square. It becomes only 5 Rg. Okay. 1/2 m v3 square plus mgr. Initially at the denominator, nothing is there when for balancing multiplied by 2 to numerator and denominator. What happens? 2 gets cancelled out both sides. Also gets cancelled. What remains? 5Rg is equal to V3 square plus this is 2Rg. Okay, 5Rg as it is plus 2Rg from that side comes here. It becomes minus 2Rg is equal to V3 square. 5Rg minus 2Rg, it is equal to 3Rg is equal to V3 square, or V3 is equal to under root 3Rg. This is the general formula for velocity of an object at the midpoint or at midway position. How? At midway position, the object is moving from bottom to upward direction. Bottom, certain kinetic energy, certain potential. Bottom to moving in upward direction towards point C, certain kinetic energy, certain potential. At the bottom, 1/2 m v2 square, potential is 0. Kinetic at point C, 1/2 m v3 square, its potential mgr. Put the value of v2. v2 is under root 5Rg. v2 square, its square goes out, 5Rg. 1/2 m v3 square plus mgr, nothing is there to the denominator 1, multiplied by 2 for leveling. 2 gets cancelled, m gets cancelled, finally we get v3 is equal to under root 3Rg. That's all. So this is about the tensions and the velocity of an object while performing vertical circular motion. Okay, watch